Hello and welcome to episode number 50 of this podcast. Can you believe it? I started like a couple of months ago and I sort of followed my plan to produce 3 episodes every week. And today is episode number 50. So I wanted to take a break and celebrate this with you. Would like to tell you to please subscribe this podcast to get notified of any new episodes wherever you're listening to this. There's usually a way to hit a button and be notified whenever new episodes are appearing, so that you can stay ahead of the curve and that you always can listen to the latest episode. And another thing that I would like to mention is that quite a few people submitted their questions for me to cover on this podcast. If you want to do that yourself, if you have a question that you want me to answer, go to teachmetom.com/asktom, teachmetom.com/asktom. And yeah, just drop me a line. Let me know what you want to know from me, how I can help you, what kind of question you would like to ask me, being a software developer for the past 25 years, more than 25 years, actually. And yeah, just let me know what you want to me to cover in these episodes that will be following this episode number 50. And yeah, I will be happy to do that. And I'm talking of taking a break of the usual content. Let me get back to the actual topic of this podcast, being becoming a software developer. One topic that sort of is gaining traction, but still not too many people are talking about, is actually the topic of mental health in the IT industry, in the software development industry. And I would like to share a couple of methods and principles and stuff that's important for us to remember and to live by, any principles that we would like to live by, because it's easy to really get sucked into our work, into having lots of meetings, especially in this time period where we're spending a lot of time not just in front of our computers, but in front of our computers inside virtual meetings, right? We spend our time in Zoom and MS Team meetings. We've got this hybrid workplace where some people are in the office, some people are at home, some people working from abroad. And yeah, it's easy to hop from one meeting to the next virtually, because you're still sitting in front of your computer. You're not even moving from one meeting room to another, or you're not moving to get a coffee into the kitchen, and that while doing that, talk to other people in the hall or in the kitchen. It's can get kind of lonely. So even more important is to be really taking regular breaks and to schedule regular breaks. Actually, I was working on a software project in the past 6 months where we sort of want to invite people to take a break. That was also the title of the software, where you really schedule a block of time in your day, and you block it in your calendar, because if you're working in bigger teams, usually you've got shared calendars and people can send you meeting requests, and they see whenever you're ready or whenever you're available in your calendar, and they can sort of send you a meeting, and you have to usually have a very good reason to not accept that meeting, to reject that meeting request. It can be feel like, well, you're being, I don't know, unfair, or people are expecting you to participate in a meeting. So it's difficult to really reject that. But once you've blocked a certain amount of time in your day in order to take a break, in order to concentrate, in order to take a breath, then, well, it's usually people accept that and won't be bombarding you with meeting requests during that time. They will choose other times for that in the day. And you can have all kinds of tools available to help you take that breaks. You can set hourly reminders, or you can to drink water maybe, or listen to your favorite music. Put on that headphones that we most of the time when we're working in hybrid scenarios already have on our heads, on our ears anyway. And you can use that to just listen to a relaxing track. Close your eyes, keep breathing. Maybe you're using a meditation app. That's what I've been using quite successfully, really, to unwind and to energize myself to get back then into the next meeting. But it's important to be able to, uh, you know, get this importance of taking breaks, of really realigning yourself, of taking your breath, and maybe formal meditation exercises, or maybe just really leaning back and letting the shoulders drop and maybe stretch a little. And after 5 minutes, you're already finished, and are ready to tackle the next meeting or the next coding work ahead of you. But again, taking care of yourself, taking care not of just of your physical health, which is also a topic for another episode, I guess, but for your mental health, not really storming from one meeting into the next, from one coding task into the next, really working on our sprint boards there, and trying to move as many task blocks from one column to the next, from to do into done. That's important, but it's also important that we are able to sustain that. And if we're just stressing ourselves out without really taking any breaks, then that's usually not a very good sign, and yeah, something that you won't be able to sustain for longer periods of time. So again, I'd like to thank you for listening to me for now this 50th episode. If you've got any questions then that you want me to answer in this podcast, then go to teachmetom.com/asktom. And yeah, I'll be happy to talk about your questions. It's always my personal opinion based on my experiences. I don't claim to know everything, but I've seen quite a lot of things during these 25 plus years that I've been working as a software developer there. So yeah, I'm happy to share my insights, my experiences, my opinions. But yeah, it's always my own stuff, and it's not like the official the official way to do things. If somebody's there to tell you that, then I would be very cautious to listen to them. Anyway, thank you. And yeah, teachmetom.com/asktom if you've got any questions.